Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Versus here on Two Player Co-op. As always, I'm one of your hosts here, Kevin, along with my brother from my mother, Sean.
How we doing?
We will see. Today, Sean, what games are we putting against each other?
Tiny Toon Adventures, Buster's Hidden Treasure versus Buster Bust Loose.
Buster Bust Loose.
Buster Bust.
So this is one we've wanted. Okay. Jump, sliding, item.
Why doesn't it just say slide? Why doesn't it say sliding, jumping?
That's a good question. This is one I think we've wanted to do probably ever since we started Versus. We've had this kind of like on the docket. But we're finally going to bring it to you now. I don't know who I think is going to win.
I'd either.
I'd either. So I guess we're just going to jump into it. Oh, Konami. I was hoping for a difficulty selection. However, there was not one. Oh, what's the little green guy's name? Martian Manhunter.
Martian Manhunter? I don't know if he has a name. Oh, he probably does.
Oof. Now, what I remember...
This is like Sonic level.
That's what I was going to say. That's what I remember. Can I jump? Okay. I remember this game... Not controlling great. But I do remember this game being a lot like Sonic.
He falls so fast.
He's heavy. Like, as soon as you let go of C, like, of jump, he just, like, drops like a stone.
Like a stone.
Got that.
Sky looks pretty good for a Genesis game.
Oh, that looked good when I killed him. What is this sliding?
Yep.
It was.
We're rejected. Expect the unexpected. Grab that heart.
To go get up that bump. Oh, no, that guy looks like he's got issues.
Is that a rat?
I don't know what that thing is. Scripts are rejected, though. Expect the unexpected. This looks so good for a Genesis game.
It does. The sprites are bigger than I remember. Stupid. Ooh, there's a secret.
Yeah, I know. So do I go down?
Secret to everybody.
I'm just gonna try it.
Yeah, go down.
Is that a 1-up?
Yes.
Yeah,
that is correct. So here's our makers, a whole lot word of art.
1933. Scripts were.
Oh.
C jumps. A is item, I guess, whatever the hell that means.
B is sliding. Yeah. What's up, Doc?
What's up, Doc? I miss Tiny Toons. Like, I loved these cartoons so much. I feel like the NES game was pretty good too, right?
It was, yeah.
Look at how he animates. Looks so good.
God.
Oh,
I see what you mean about it. Oh, wall jump, baby.
I was going to say, because you're going to die. Clown. Wow.
It does not control very well.
1933. But it looks so good.
He didn't slide.
You didn't go fast enough.
I don't know. Is that what it is?
I think so. You have to be getting like the Sonic feet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have to really hold.
So how do I... Oh, yeah. I jump.
Yeah. Or slide.
It's like...
Wow.
This game doesn't know if it wants to be Mario
Sonic
or Sonic. And it ends up somewhere in between.
Now, I would just leave him alone. I don't know what you're doing.
Die.
I'm gonna die. Oh.
Because you can't...
You jump like Mega Man in this. You know what I mean?
Oh, he only goes down super fast if you don't complete your jump. But if you stop halfway, it's like boom.
Word of art.
You can't play this game like you play Sonic, though. Like, you can't... Because in Sonic, you can roll at any time.
Yeah.
This, you need to be going fast before you can do your slide. Fast enough to slide.
Now, you want to go
left.
This,
you need to jump on enemies. Sonic, you can just jump through them.
Exactly. There you go. Good job. I would just go. Yeah. I got art. Quiver injected. Expected.
Why didn't you get the slide?
Wow.
The levels also seem just very... They seem longer than they need to be, or at least not much is changing.
That could just be because we're bad. I don't know if he's...
I think it's like a bonus stage or something. Yeah. But I don't even remember.
But I think I had one at the end of the last stage and nothing really happened. Cerny Gerd.
Well,
nailed it.
I finally got the slide. Oh!
Boom. Boom. There you go. And boom.
Okay.
I love this controller. Again, it's slippery, but I really like it.
Oh, it's just points?
We got lots of... We could use that many 1-ups in friggin' Mario 2 over on Mario Mondays. That I know.
I'd like to get to a boss.
This sounds familiar.
Oh,
nope, wrong way. Yeah, it's like, am I Sonic or am I just a normal platformer? Sonic. I like the parallax. I mean, I guess it's parallax. Oh,
nailed it. Oh,
did not nail it. I get so scared when I start running.
Like, you go so fast that by the time you're going fast enough to slide, if an enemy comes on screen, you're not going to be able to react quick enough to slide through him anyway.
Oh, I dropped the thing. I didn't get the thing. Can I go back up there? Or if I can make it.
Just use the spring
thing.
Duh.
They really, like, late in the Genesis life cycle, they got a lot out of this poor...
Well, yeah, especially when you compare, like, to the...
Oh my god!
The early games. Jump it!
What the hell was I supposed to do with all those freaking crows there? Nailed it. Good job. Well, not good job.
I'm playing Sonic style. Whoop. Well.
No, this is also Sonic style. Get the thing. You got another thingamajig? There you go. Yeah, there's no... Like, when you move directions, he just immediately stops.
Yeah, that's...
Like, there's no... forgiveness. Yeah, that
was just the end?
Yeah.
Alright, that looks like a boss fight.
There we go.
Is it Monty or Monty?
Nope. Oh, no, I'm just right here.
Dizzy.
This isn't the Dizzy Devil. I know. This looks so good. Ooga, ooga.
Ha, ha, ha.
Drats! Buster isn't saying drats. He's saying, you mother... Ah. Oh, you I thought you were a Who am I...
Don't, you gotta leave Dizzy alone. You gotta hit the mad scientist. Like that.
Yeah, you're gonna trick him. Poor Dizzy. What the heck was that? Nope, don't get gained. He's gonna go there. He's going there.
Hopefully it's just 3 hits.
Let's hope so.
Haba.
Haba.
Maybe 5.
Maybe 8.
Oh. Dizzy.
I don't like the branches. I hate... What is my item?
Oh,
never. Did it say what his name is? Like, I remember him, but I don't remember...
I don't remember his name. Oh, I really needed that hit.
Gotta be one more.
Oh, I should have. I gotta get him right now. Bam! Go get him, Dizzy.
Sweet Dizzy. Duh. Dizzy brainwash.
He's just a head with
scientist.
arms and legs
Yeah.
sticking out of it.
Dizzy, okay now. Dizzy, thank Buster Bunny. You're welcome, Dizzy Devil. I hope no. I don't remember how his voice sounds. Runs into that. Why is his eyes still all weird?
Because he's dizzy.
That's a good point. Sean,
Yes.
what do you think about the Genesis version of Tiny Toons?
It looks better than I remember.
Yeah.
I kind of forgot there was an NES version, and I'm wondering if more of what I had expected to see was actually from the NES version. But it looks good. It doesn't control great, but it looks beautiful. The sprites are all like
They're
spot on.
And they don't
the
just
backgrounds
look good.
look good.
Yeah, they're animated well too.
Yeah.
Yeah, this went better than I thought it would.
This is going very well.
I just want to get over. Can I climb? Yeah, okay. Now that looks. Well, his arms are moving weird, but whatever. Let's just do this, and then Sean. Whee! Oh, that's cool.
Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Sean, let's switch over to the Super NES version of Tiny Toons. Tiny Toons Adventures on the Super Nintendo. Sean, I do have to say, well, first off, that looks horrible. Like, the actual logo there looks horrible.
Yeah, like they did their mode 7 thing, and then they should have just switched to like a static image or something.
Wow.
You can't even read that.
I do have to say that I am impressed so far with what the Genesis did. Is at least as far when we talked to the presentation and everything, the Genesis looked better than I remember it. Holy crap.
Dropkick.
B.
There's 3. You only
Okay,
need
so
3.
jump dash. Okay.
Dash block.
Dash block.
Children. I'll leave it on normal.
Let's just go normal. You can. This looks like a menu for Turtles in Time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's so cool. All right, so we're gonna do Buster. What was it? Buster Bust Loose now on the Super Nintendo. Again, this is a matchup we've wanted to do for a very long time. I'm interested to see how this one ends up.
The World of Tiny Toon. Oh,
Adventures.
My name is
Is her name Babs?
Buster.
Yeah. Oh, she's not talking. I'm Babs Bunny. We're going on a big adventure. They really knew how to sell these games back in the day.
Oh my gosh. My class is starting. Buster, be careful. Some escaped animals have gotten into the school building. Okay.
All right. Here we go. Super Nintendo. Let's see what you got. Oh,
Okay.
It's got like a Mario 3 P-Wing. P-meter, I mean. Oh, man. This is really good, too. Look at all those frames.
I don't know that I've really played this game. Because whenever I think about these games, I always picture the Genesis.
Yeah.
And this doesn't
And
look
maybe the
familiar at all.
NES.
I wonder if I've played the NES
Yeah.
more than I've played this, which is maybe nothing. The attack is kind of weird. Like, you can't just...
Yeah. I don't like the drop kick thing.
But I think once you do that, it doesn't matter if you kick them or land on them. I think it... Why don't the stairs go down? I want that.
Oh, you got a dash block. Oh, that looks good. You got to run and dash and then try. Can you slide under it maybe? Oh, you can.
That's pretty cool. Go, frog!
Ah!
Is he a good frog?
Let's figure it out. Nope.
I blew him up.
What did that do?
I have one more life, one more health.
You did? Oh, nice.
Whoa.
What's your first instincts? Impressions, I mean. After playing Genesis and then this.
This... I kind of wish you could just jump on enemies instead of this weird dropkick thing. Dash block. He didn't jump. Oh, but look what I found. What's happening?
Crabs.
Oh, well, I didn't know. Whoa. Why does he... Okay.
Please, God, go.
I need my dash block to fill.
Okay. Time out.
What did that do? Stop running.
I assume it was just a checkpoint.
Your checkpoint! Oh, God. I should have just kept going.
Wow.
Yep. Ha, ba, ba. Again, the controls aren't great.
Oh my
Gosh.
lord. Oh no.
This seems not good. Stop.
You keep getting those stupid...
It's like he doesn't jump when you want him to. I don't know how I got... What? Hurry,
You ran out of
hurry,
dash.
hurry, hurry.
You ran out of the dash block.
Being a little dashy.
Watch out for the anvil.
I ran out of dash. I didn't run out of dash. No, I don't even want that.
Nope. Whatever that is, it's not worth it.
The dashing, jumping mechanic thing isn't great. It's like you have to jump or jump earlier than it seems like you should have to.
I feel a boss.
Oh, I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
Oh, then you have to dash again. Whoa, I went flying that time.
It's so funny that both these games were based so much on speed. Like, what in the world? Oh. What in Tiny Toons makes you think that these guys care about speed?
Oh, gosh.
You know what I mean?
Right. Oh, I thought I could slide under that. Oh, you... Oh, that didn't kill me.
Go the other way to first. Wow.
Killed him. Go! It's probably good that I ran out of dash there.
Yeah, so you want that to come over and then you dash block. Now jump. Now jump.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. What I will say about both of these games is...
Aw. Hamlet. Piglet. Whatever his name is.
Hamlet. Oh, gosh! Oh.
Drop kick him.
Go! Oh,
You
dead.
died.
This game just feels like your stereotypical Super Nintendo game, and the other one felt like a stereotypical Genesis game. So you don't have to jump and then hit. You can just hit Y and he does like a little mini thing. So you don't have to jump and then hit it. I don't know which is easier, but... Hey. That phone booth? That's an elevator.
Wow.
Hamlet. Dizzy again. Leave Dizzy alone.
He's destroying the kitchen. Well, I think he would do that on a normal day, though.
So if we don't stop him, there won't be anything for lunch. Oh no!
Oh my god. Hampton, not Hamlet. Dizzy is a big eater. Let's give him... Others could say, let's give him some space. Alright, I beat that level. So
no, you gotta fight the boss now.
I just... Oh, no.
You gotta give him something to eat. Jump, hit it, bounce it up. Yeah.
Jump, hit it, bounce it up. Where the hell... What do I do with the thing? Whoa. Dizzy, you traitor.
Buns the burger.
Buns the burger. I have no...
Go left. You gotta follow him.
Ooh. Alright, well, there goes that. I beat the mini boss at least. Oh, he's just following. Can you hit him from underneath maybe? Nope.
Alright, so he's in kind of there.
Kick him! Kick him!
Oh, can I? No, I don't want to hurt him. I gotta give him something to eat. There we go. Like that. Whoop.
Well, he didn't appreciate it. Go in the door.
I didn't even mean to do that. Eat a burger.
Nice. Nice. We assume it's doing something?
I think I just feed him until he's full.
That's what Jess does to me.
Ah! I wanted to go down.
Oh, crap. Yeah, keep going back and forth.
I wonder if I'm safe here. About that.
I'm about dead.
I need to, like, catch back up to it. There we go.
Come on, Dizzy. Get over yourself. Get in the door. Nice. You got it. Now kick it right now. Freaking die, Dizzy.
I sure hope I'm doing this right. You go that way, and I do these.
Hit the... Hit it again.
I have no idea.
I don't know if we're doing anything right now. God, this game is pretty.
He's dead.
Can you move or no?
No.
Okay.
Dizzy
go sleep. So the games are basically the same but different. There's Hamlet. Hamlet. Everything is okay.
Dizzy fell asleep. Look at him.
He ate
all the food in the kitchen. I thought the whole point was to stop him so that didn't happen.
It was a weird time back then in the 16-bit era.
Sorry to keep you waiting. It's game time. Please spin the wheel to select a game. Ooh, fun. Wheels O game.
Look at that, mode 7. I don't remember anybody's name.
Plucky Duck.
Really?
Yep.
What was little Sylvester's name?
I don't remember.
Sly Cooper. You have a chance to get extra lives. What in the...
Open the doors to find your friends.
This looks like...
Don't let Elmira...
Zombies ate my neighbors.
Or Arnold. Is Arnold
Arnold's
the dog?
a little... No, he's the little kid with the red hair.
No, that's Max.
Oh, well then who the hell's Arnold?
Arnold might be that dog you fought. Ready?
Go.
Oh. Well, there's Dizzy. I thought I had to open doors to...
Is he your friend? He's not your friend.
Well, what was the point of that? It said to go find your friends. And that was neither Elmira nor Dizzy. I mean, Elmira nor...
Excuse me?
What's his name? That was stupid.
It was stupid. All right, that is it for Tiny Toons Adventures Buster Bust Loose on the Super Nintendo. Sean, any final thoughts before we go to the scoreboard?
It is Tiny Toon Adventures, not Tiny Toons.
I knew when I was saying it, I was hoping you weren't going to say anything back.
Like I said, it's good. It's a Super Nintendo game. It looks like a Super Nintendo game. It sounds like a Super Nintendo game. I gotta say, I like it.
Well then, Sean, let's go to the scoreboard. All right, Sean, on every episode of Versus, after we play both games, we come together to rank them across 3 categories: presentation, gameplay, replay value. Sean,
yes.
When we're talking presentation, we're talking graphics, sound, soundtrack, everything. What do you think about Tiny Toons Adventures, Buster's Hidden Treasure on the Genesis, and Buster Bust Loose on Super Nintendo? What are your thoughts?
I think you have to give it to Super Nintendo, but while I'm saying that, I also have to give props to Genesis, because it does look very good. It sounds good. It as far as Genesis goes, it is pretty impressive. But still, Super Nintendo, as good as the Genesis backgrounds looked, and we're still looking at it on our screen here, the background of Super Nintendo looks better, as you would expect. The sound is obviously better, but it's not that much better. I think it's one of those things where it's clearly better. The sound is definitely better, as it pretty much always is on Super Nintendo. The graphics are definitely better, but not that much better, I guess.
No, I agree. I think
everything looks a little bit more clean, whereas Genesis, everything had that kind of grainy look to it.
What I would say stands out the most to me is the backgrounds on the Super Nintendo. While that's not the most important thing, but it is part of the picture. I think the backgrounds are definitely better on the Super Nintendo. I think the animations on both are really, really good. I think the actual sprites on both are really good.
Yeah.
I do think the sound is better on the Super Nintendo. So I do think this isn't... A lot of times when we do Super Nintendo versus Genesis, it's like, why are we even doing this category? Because it's such like a landslide in favor of the Super Nintendo. This one's close, but I do think, just by the slightest edge, I do think we give to Super Nintendo.
Agreed.
All right. Presentation goes to Super Nintendo. All right, so next up, gameplay.
Yes.
I am actually leaning towards the Genesis in this. Now, while I don't think either controlled very well, I think the Genesis, it seems like the little bit that I played it, the dash to me on the Super Nintendo just seems like you have to be like pixel perfect to get that thing to work correctly, whether you're going up a wall or you're doing a dash jump or whatever. The Genesis, the only thing that was weird to me a little bit was the way that the jumps can be so weighty, but once you get the hang of it, you know, if like you figured out when we were playing, like if you hold the C button down when you're jumping, you get the full height of it and you go down slowly, whereas if you don't hold the whole way, then you do drop like a stone, like in Castlevania 1 or Castlevania 3. So I think I'm leaning Genesis, but what are you thinking so far?
I think I'm leaning Super Nintendo, but to me, it's like a toss-up. Everything you said, this seems like it's a little bit more... Genesis seemed... The few levels that we played seemed like it was too wide open. Like there was just too much space and not enough stuff going on. And it almost seemed like they did that because, ooh, we have this running mechanic in it. This, at least, it's you dash with a button. So anytime you want to start running, you hit that and you're off. As opposed to Genesis, it takes it seems like a full screen length before you're actually dashing. They both have their issues. Like when I was trying to do the dash jump in this, you almost have to jump a little early, otherwise he doesn't jump at all. Genesis had its own issues with the jumps where depending on how high you get on your jump, it changes how fast you fall after. I don't know. To me, it's kind of a toss-up, and I think they're so different that it's tough to just call it a toss-up. But I don't know. I mean, I think I'm leaning a little bit towards Super Nintendo, but probably no more than you're leaning towards Genesis. I don't know. It's very tough.
Neither game is either Sonic or Mario, but I think they both think they are both of those games.
Yeah.
You know, this... I think the reason that I lean Genesis is I feel like the levels are laid out a little bit better so that when you do build that speed up, which takes a while because you don't have a spin dash or anything like in Sonic, it just seems like they give you more free space to go. But now the levels are a little bit bigger, and that probably will come into play more when we come to replay value and everything. But I don't know, man. This is tough. This isn't like Hyperstone Heist versus Turtles in Time or something like that. Like this is two somewhat similar, but I would say very also different control schemes with both of these games, and I really don't know which way I go.
I mean, you've kind of sold me on Genesis now because the dash, at least in that game, when the dash works, it works. When you're off and running, yeah, you can clear large spaces. There's not a whole lot of enemies, but then you do run into the situation where you're just running and then all of a sudden there's an enemy and you have zero time to react. So part of me is like, why is this mechanic in the game? And apparently it's a pretty big part of the game where you can go that fast, yet it's almost like you're taking up too much room or it's too easy to get hit. I don't know. Something doesn't work, but when it does work, it works well, and you can just run and jump your way through a level. This seems much more scaled down and just kind of slow, work your way through. I don't know. I think I'm okay with Genesis. I think you kind of talked me into it.
All right, well then, to at least keep the drama going, we're going to give gameplay to the Genesis. So finally, we have replay value. Now, this is tough. We didn't play either of these games for an extremely long time, but based on everything we've said so far, the graphics, the sound, gameplay, all that fun stuff, Sean, what are your thoughts on Tiny Toon, Super Nintendo versus Genesis, when it comes to replay value to decide the winner of this versus matchup?
So again, I kind of feel like I'm leaning towards Super Nintendo a little bit here. What we saw of the Genesis, now granted we only saw one real level here, but it seems like there were like two distinct parts of the level, not to mention a mini boss and a boss fight. Whereas the Genesis, the 2 or 3, however many normal levels we saw, were all identical. This game seems like it's got a little bit more flavor to it. Genesis, while I don't know for sure, I feel like all the bosses are pretty similar to that first one, where it's just jump on them 5 times and you beat it. Whereas Super Nintendo, at least in the first one, you don't even fight the boss. It's you gotta knock the food into his mouth and just stay away. Yep. So I feel like Super Nintendo maybe has a little bit more to offer. One thing I do like about the Genesis, which I'm just always a sucker for, I like the overworld map. Yep. I always like when games do that. So there's that. I don't know. I think I lean towards Super. If I had to like sit here and play through one or the other, I'm probably playing through Super Nintendo. Genesis had a little bit more of the nostalgia to it because we've played it before, but after playing just for 10 minutes or so, it's like I feel like I have a feel for what that game is. Super Nintendo, even that little bit that we played a little bit off camera of that second level, there's like the jump rope thing, and like it seems like there's enough different stuff going on in Super Nintendo, where Genesis just gives me the feel that every level is going to be more or less the same. So I lean towards Super Nintendo here.
Yeah, I think Buster Bust Loose on the Super Nintendo seems like it has more variability in it. It just seems like you said, Genesis, we played through 3 stages, then a boss stage, and they were all exactly the same.
Right.
Now, like we said in the last category, they do control well. However, it just seems like that would get old. Again, the Genesis version we rented so many times as kids. We just did. And like we were saying also, we think we both probably remember the NES version more than the SNES from our childhood, because I know we played that as well. But I do think while they're both similar, I do like the changes that the Super Nintendo version in Buster Bust Loose has over Buster's Hidden Treasure on the Genesis. So I think my vote would be Buster Bust Loose on the Super Nintendo to win replay value and this versus matchup.
I concur.
That means the winner of this versus matchup is
Buster Bust Loose.
That's it for another episode of Versus here on 2-Player Co-op. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you go down to the comment section and let us know what you think. Did the Super Nintendo version of Tiny Toon Adventures, I didn't say Toons.
You did not.
Thank you very much. Deserve to win, or did we get it wrong and the Genesis version is the superior game? Either way, like we said, hit the comment section down below. And also, if you have any thoughts on future installments of Versus that you want us to do, hit that comment section and let us know. But until the next time, Sean, go ahead and take us out.
Thank you for playing.